Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day, good week so far. Please sub, share, like, comment, all that. And we got stupid things we did as kids, right? And this is just story time about me and my friends. And we used to be wild when we were younger. We would just go do the stupidest things. So we're gonna talk about that. First of all, let's talk about the train tracks, right? So there's a Portillo's in our town, right? And the way that it's set up, it's in like a cul-de-sac of restaurants, right? Like there's a Portillo's and it's a dead end into the Portillo's. Like there's the road and it goes all the way down. You pass a Texas Roadhouse, you pass like a vitamin shop, you pass Panda Express, you pass all these things, right? And finally there's Portillo's. And you can go in the drive-through or you can turn around. Like there's a parking lot, but you can't keep going, you know? If you walk down, right, because the road dead ends into a grassy hill. If you walk down that hill, you come up on the back end of like I don't know if it's not an auction yard, but like a junk yard, you know, like there's barbed wire and a bunch of trash. Then if you go to the right, there's this big bridge. Right on top of it is a highway, but underneath it are train tracks. We used to walk down there, ride our bikes down there, whatever, right? And trains would go by every so often, and you could see down, if you look down the train tracks, there was that light, you know, and if it was red it means no trains coming, if it's green it means there's a train coming through within however many minutes, if it's yellow it's like there will be one in a little bit, right? So we're looking, what we used to do is we just stay down there and hide because there was two big pillars holding up the highway thing. Well, really it was like six pillars, but two big main ones, right? And you could hide behind them and you could see the train, but the train couldn't see you. Now, we were younger, so we didn't know how dangerous this was clearly. I mean, we were like 12, 13, 14. So, obviously we stopped doing this, but we would always put like stuff on the train tracks because we loved to see it fly off, right? We never thought about it derailing the train. We never thought about it like ricocheting and hitting one of us. We never thought about any of that, right? And we never put anything huge on, but we would take these pebbles, like maybe six of them, and put them in a row. We do pennies. I think one time we put a bucket in the middle of the train track, just the dumbest shit, right? Like it was really bad, not good, and it never created any problems, thankfully. Like thank God no one got hurt because of us doing that, but the cops came at least 3 times in our childhood for that, right? Like we had to run away from the train tracks because people saw us messing around by them. Next, right across the street from that Portillo's, right? Like I said, there's like a highway type road. It's not really a highway, but it's not a normal road either. I don't know what to call it. It's like I don't know. It's 3 lanes and you can go like 40, 50 miles an hour, but it's not like, you know, the highway where you can go 70 or 60, whatever. You get what I'm saying? So if you go across the street, there's a YMCA and then there's a whole bunch of like wooded areas, right? Like woods, grass, like just nature, you know? There's not even houses over there. Now, if you go through there, it leads right to that road slash highway, right? Well, in the middle of this woods, there was one of those super old wooden stools, right? It had been rained on, it was dirty, it was gross. If you sat on it, you'd probably get splinters in your ass. Man, I put in too much conditioner. My hair's going crazy today, dude. I had to just shove it back there. But anyways, so we got the idea, which was so stupid, that there's an on-ramp to this like highway road, and I keep doing that because it's really not a highway, but you know, it's not like a pedestrian neighborhood road. So we have this fucked up stool, and you know, everyone's saying, hey, someone should go put it in the middle of the road, right? And we didn't want someone to hit it, but we knew that it would like make them stop or drive around it, or I don't know what we were thinking. We were literally like 13, right? We just thought it was hilarious to fuck up normal people's days. I don't know, it was stupid, right? So I go out and put the stool out there, right? Within 5 minutes, the cops come because someone clearly saw it, drove around it, and called the cops, right? And just like I said, no one hit it at all, but there were people that were getting close to it, right? And we were hiding in the woods watching, right? But me being dumb, I wore hoodies even back then all the time, right? I had a neon green hoodie on. So, of course, you can see me through the woods even if I'm hiding, right? So they tell the cops, look for a neon hoodie. When the cops come, they find me, right? And I remember I gave that cop a fake name, even when I was a little kid, like so dumb. but never got in trouble for that, but I should have, right? They were like, we're gonna call your parents, and I gave them a random number that, what's it, no one answered, so, like, I was fine, but it was bad, dude. Like, they wanted to take all our information, and I was just being stupid, just lying to the cops, doing stupid things, right? Next. We were never the smartest, like me and my friend group, right? But there was one time when I was the older one, like I was the one that should have been the smart one, I guess. I was a sophomore, or it was in summer going into junior year, and there was this kid, because I played football, he was a freshman, right? He was cool. I like not looked out for him, but you know, kind of big broed him in high school, but not in any mean ways, right? Just like looking out for him, hanging out, you know. We'd go get Burger King, and I'd drive him around sometimes, right? Like that was literally it. Well, one day we're at this Burger King, right? And there's this borderline, probably very mentally ill homeless dude, right? He's like making a lot of noise, he's yelling, he's like, he got a burger, and he was really celebrating it, which is like fine, I don't care, I'm not putting him down for it, but he was probably methed up or something, you know, because he got his burger, he's like, yeah man, I got my burger, wow, you know, he's screaming, he's yelling. And I remember he had super, super long hair. He was missing a bunch of teeth, but he was pumped about his burger, right? This is what I'm talking about, us not being smart, or me specifically, right? We sat right by him. Like, there was the whole restaurant open. We sat right by him because, you know, we wanted to talk to him. And he asked us, like, some random things that didn't make sense at all. But then he was like, how old are you guys, right? And we both said 18, even though we were, like, 16 and 15, or 17 and 15. But, you know, you don't want to sound young, especially around a dude that could be crazy, right? But then he kept following us around, right? Like, we had to go to the bathroom, he moved chairs. Like, that's weird. But we also initiated the conversation, so that's my fault, right? But then, here's the crazy part. When we were leaving, the dude left too. He was like following us around, right? Then he's like, I'm sorry guys, I gotta run into this dollar store, right? Because there's one right by the Burger King. He goes into this dollar store, and we're not like waiting for him. We're just hanging out in the parking lot, because it's a big, huge parking lot. There's a bunch of businesses, the Burger King. So we weren't waiting for this dude. We weren't even like, he couldn't see us from inside or even outside, probably. We were like all the way on the other end of the parking lot, right? We hear yelling, and of course we're looking at the dollar store now, and he's getting kicked out by one of the ladies working there, right? He's like yelling and shaking his head, and the lady's like, you need to go, right? And I don't know how, but when he was leaving, we were walking the opposite way. He was walking like this way, and we were walking like this way, right? He spots us and just starts like jogging towards us, and we were like, nope, like we're not doing that. And I shouldn't have even talked to him, because I like made us a target for him. But he's like jogging over to us, and I'm like, nah, we got to get out of here, right? So we walk to the right, and that's where the building cuts off. Like, you can go behind if you want to. And we had a feeling that either he was going to follow us, or he was going to like cut us off from the other side of the building. But like I said, he's kind of, you know, he had some loose screws. So I was like, there's no way he's going to cut us off. Like, I don't think he's using his brain that hard, you know? So we just kept going around the building. We walked in a complete circle, went through a cut through, never saw him again, right? Well, actually, I did see him again. I saw him like maybe 6 to 8 months after that. I had already been to rehab before this, right? Or before I saw him again. So when I saw him again, I was in a whole different mind space. And I saw him sitting on the side of the road, and he was still like being kind of wild with his mannerisms. I was like, damn, that dude's still going. Like, interesting. Next thing, what was stupid? All the stuff I did in school, dude. We used to do the stupidest things. Remember when I told the story about the girl socking me in the face? That was from us trying to create a food fight, right? Like, that was like, we had a pancake, and we put applesauce on it. It was something like that. Like, we used to just mix up the nastiest shit together, right? And then we'd throw it at their table. That was stupid. I used to argue with teachers all the time. Now, there's three, nah, not even three. There's two of them from middle school to high school, elementary school, right? There's two teachers that genuinely deserved, like, me being an asshole to them, you know? But the rest of them never deserved it. That was me being stupid, being dumb, right? Like, man, I had this teacher, this math teacher, right? And she was always nice to me. And I wasn't, like, mean. I was never mean. I just didn't listen. You know, I'd always talk to friends, always, you know, I didn't look at my phone too much in middle school, but I was always distracted, you know, I was never paying attention. And this teacher had a daughter who was 2 years older than me, I think. And I used to always talk about how I wanted to date her, right? Which is so uncomfortable for that teacher, probably, but everyone thought it was hilarious, and I wanted to be the class clown, so I would always bring it up, right? And it ended up coming to a thing where she was like, don't talk about my daughter anymore, right? So my new thing was, okay, I just started calling her mom, right? Because I was like, by Christmas next year, you'll be calling me son, you know? So I started calling my teacher mom for like months, dude. Ended up getting in trouble for that. They sent me to the office. They were like, you can't do that. Came right back to class, did it again. Stupidest thing ever. I don't know why I did that, right? But, like, she didn't deserve that, but I was just being dumb. I was like, you know what? Let me ruin this lady's day. I don't know. It was just mean, right? Next, gym class. So I still defend myself on this one. It was a dumb thing to do, but I think it's more of a dumb situation because I did not deserve the punishment for this, okay? It was Valentine's Day. We're talking 6th grade, and you know a gym floor, big wooden gym floor. They had just polished it, so it's all clean, it's all squeaky, you know what I mean? It looks like it's ready for a basketball game. Now, it's Valentine's Day, so there's all these laminated cards, okay? Listen to that, laminated, the plastic covering, right? And there's like probably 50 pink cards around. And our fitness gym day was we had to run to the circle, right? Because they were all in a circle. We had to pick up the laminated cards and we had to bring them back and spell like Valentine's Day or something, right? Like that was our fitness. And so I remember she told us when you get to the cards, you know, don't run. Like, run, like, up until the cards, but don't run on the cards because you will slip, right? And she was like, if I see anybody purposely sliding on the cards, you're going to get in trouble, right? And that's when they would give out, like, referrals and things. You can get a minor or a major, right? You'd get a major if you got into a fight. You'd get a minor for, like sitting in the bathroom instead of going to class. You get what I'm saying? So they're like, you'll get a minor if you slide on the cards, whatever. So it's my turn, and I genuinely did not mean to do it. I ran, right? And I didn't slow down, which was my fault, but I did not purposely do this, right? I stepped right on one of those cards. My right leg went flying out, and my left leg, I tried to, like, keep still. So I almost did the splits. My legs were, like, wide out, right? Like, wide to the side. And I crashed into the gym teacher of all people, the one who told us not to slide on the cards, right? I took her legs out. She falls down, like, on her side. And she's like, Trent, what are you doing? What are you doing? What did I tell you? Go to the office, right? So I go to the office, and I used to get in trouble a lot, so they weren't going to believe me, right? I tried pleading my case. Like, I really didn't mean to. I promise, like, on anything. Like, I don't know what you want me to say, but I did not mean to do it. Like, I just was running and slide tackled the teacher. They were like, no, we're not having it, right? So I still disagree with that, but it was dumb on all levels. Like, that was a dumb activity. It was dumb of me, I guess, to not slow down. I don't know, but I don't think I deserved that one. And man, there's so many that I can't even think of them. Like getting high before football practice, you know, going to school drunk. Like there's so many things that were just the stupidest thing ever that we did when we were younger. But another thing we did with our friends is we used to get kicked out of all these stores, right? That's the final thing I'm going to talk about because we're getting kind of, you know, 13 minutes in. I don't even know who's still watching. If you are, I appreciate you, you know, you're a G. But, anyways, we used to go to all the stores. We'd go to Sam's Club, Jewel, Walmart. We'd go to, like, the Home Goods. We'd go to Best Buy. We'd go to Menards. We'd go to all these stores, and we'd either play hide and seek, we would try to get to the break room, or we would just cause havoc, right? We never broke things, but, like, we would, like, let's say you went to Menards, right? And they have those giant rugs. We would get shopping carts and get the rugs and do, like, the medieval battles, you know? Like, we would do stupid things like that. And, like, at, like, Menards also and, Home Depot, like, those big places, we'd play hide and seek. At, like, Walmart, Jewel, Sam's Club, those kind of places, we would build, like, toilet paper forts, you know? And we would hide in the toilet paper so when people grab it, we could be like, ah, you know? Or this isn't great, but you could walk to the fridge, you know, grab a Dr. Pepper that you should pay for, and then go hide in the paper towel rolls and drink it, you know? Like, things like that. Like, it was nothing too bad, but it wasn't great either. It was kind of dumb. But thank you for watching. Please sub, please share, And if you ever need anything, say this in every video, my Insta's in my YouTube bio. You can hit me up, DM me whenever, I'll answer. Thank you for watching, and peace out.